This is a walkthrough video of a great little problem that requires a whole bunch of mathematical concepts to solve. If you'd like to, you can go ahead before you watch the video and have a go at solving the problem for yourself and see if you can get the right answer. Alternatively, you can watch how I would solve it, and I'm going to talk through some of the concepts as we go along. So what is the height of a cube? We know a cube is a three-dimensional square with a volume of 64 centimeters cubed. A cube's going to look like this. It's a three-dimensional square, like I said, where we're going to have width and h, which is the height of it, and depth, which is how deep it is or how far back it goes. One of the characteristics of a cube is that all those measurements are going to be the same. So height will be equal to or the same as width, which is going to also be the same as depth. And we need to know that to solve this problem. We also need to know the formula for the volume. So volume can be calculated as, I'm just going to use the letters to represent it this time. So I'm going to say height times width times depth. Now we don't know what height, width or depth are just yet, but we know that the volume is calculated that way. Then we're just going to use a trial and error approach. So we're going to just try some different numbers and see what fits. I really recommend having a go at this on your own because that's where the learning is really going to take place. But I'm going to keep going through now and show you how I do this. All right, so what I've drawn here is a little dartboard. Now, of course, we are aiming to get our dart in the center, and the center is 64 centimeters cubed. So that's what the answer that we're looking for is. Let's try the number, let's say 2 centimeters. If the height, the width and the depth was 2 centimeters, our volume would be equal to 2 centimeters times 2 centimeters times 2 centimeters. We know 2 times 2 is going to be 4, and times 2 again is going to be 8. And because we've got centimeters times centimeters times centimeters, we now have centimeters cubed. So that's 8 centimeters cubed. So our target was 64 centimeters, and we've got 8 centimeters cubed. So we're too low, aren't we? We've kind of hit maybe down here. We're a bit low. We need to go a bit higher. Let's try 8 centimeters. That would give us a volume of 8 centimeters times 8 centimeters times 8 centimeters. All right, so we know 8 times 8 is 64. 64 times 8, that's a little bit more difficult, isn't it? So we could work it out like this. 64 times by 8. We've got 8 times 4 is 32. Record the tens with the tens, 3 tens and 2 ones. And then we've got 8 times 6 is 48 tens, plus 3 more tens is going to be 51 tens. 512 is our answer. So that would be 512 centimeters cubed. Okay, now look, we wanted 64 and we've got 512. So we're like way up here now. It's much too high. We need to go lower. And since we're way up high, I think we need to be closer to the 2 than to the 8. Let's try 4 centimeters because it's closer to 2. So then we would have a volume is equal to 4 centimeters times 4 centimeters times 4 centimeters, which is going to be equal to, okay, so 4 times 4 is 16, times another 4, Okay, if I don't know how to do that, I could do 16 times by 4. And then we've got 4 times 6 is 24. So we go 2, 4. This is why we need to be reasonably good at our multiplication to do this sort of thing. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 more is 6, so we've got 64. So then we've got 64 centimetres cubed. And look at that. That's our target, and that's what we've got. What we know then is the height, the width, and the depth must be 4 centimetres to have a cube that has a volume of 64 centimetres cubed. So that's our answer. Height is 4 centimetres. We put it on our bullseye there, 4 centimetres. This strategy called trial and error is about trying numbers that we think might be right and just gradually getting closer and closer to our answer till we arrive at our answer. It's a really good strategy. If you'd like to have a go at another one, you could try and find the height of a cube with a volume of 125 centimetres. Good luck with that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.